with integrity, trust, integrity, and probity. I'm not familiar with the word probity, but when I looked it up, it says honesty and uprightness. But he went a step further and he said, I'd like to admonish business leaders to do the right thing at the right time for the right reasons. So that whether we're going to elect new local and national government officials or whether we choose to get into CSR, I hope that you take to heart a little bit of this tip. Most importantly, probity, to do the right thing at the right time for the right reasons. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Lydia. That was quite an engaging session. I'll allow 2 more questions if you have before we wrap up and have a break. You have the first question over here? Yeah.
Ma'am, I'm from MPM TED 3 of ASOG. So you mentioned a while ago that NGOs, foundation should operate as a business entity for their sustainability. You mentioned about NGOs. So my question is, can you share with us, with the newly formed foundation like the PDRF, how can they sustain their activities without any, say, help from other organizations? How parang sustainability mechanism, how this organization sustain without, say, grants from the government or other donor institution?
No. They never said that they would do it by themselves.
Okay.
They never said they would do it. They need to work with local government. They need with other civil society organizations. They need to work with other businesses. No, they never said they would do it.
Okay,
no,
ma'am.
no.
Ito na lang, ma'am. LCF, yung Live of Corporate Foundation. So how do you, can you share with us, how do you sustain your activity in a business sense or business a way of life to sustain your activities without, say, for example, having some grants from other corporations or other donor agency?
The League of Corporate Foundation survives on membership dues. And then whenever we have activities, we have to develop a sustainability mechanism ourselves. So we don't rely on any grants, from foreign donors. We survive, let's say our conference every year survives on sponsorships from our members. No? Yun. But the CSR Institute, I hope, will be a sustainability mechanism because over the last 15 years, we have accumulated a lot of knowledge, a lot of data, a lot of experience. And I forgot to mention that there is now a new CHED Memo 39, requiring that all students who take up business courses must now take 3 units of good governance and social responsibility. So we help develop that syllabus, and we hope we can do workshops, we can do publications like this, we can come up with CDs that are downstairs. So that will help our own sustainability mechanism. So talagang we have to think. But in the beginning we didn't, but now we really have to think of a sustainability mechanism. Yeah.
I allow one last question unless there is a huge clamor for more. One last question. Yes.
I've heard that many times. And as a matter of fact, there was a slide before that the beginning or the start of CSR daw is compliance. In this country, it is not. The start of our CSR are really our core values. Marami ngang iba na nagsi-CSR na, pero wala pa rin sa compliance. That's very true. But I want to say that the League of Corporate Foundations advocacy is really not to be a watchdog. Not yet. Kasi we are very far from promoting CSR. If we have tapped, let's say, the top maybe 10% of business, ang layo pa natin. I mean, so we're not going to look at the being a watchdog, but rather we want to take a more proactive approach and talk about what is the positive side of CSR. And then so we leave the being a watchdog to BIR and to SEC and all that, but we want to do the more positive thing, which is to promote what is good about CSR. Okay. But I'd like to close by acknowledging the help of Leo Poblador over there, kasi the two of us worked on this material for months, and so she was a program assistant at the CSR Institute, but now wants to take up law. I'm trying to convince her to go to Ateneo instead of UP. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Just a few words. My take from this session is this, that CSR is a smart strategy, that you make it as part of your core competence, because by making it as part of your competence, you're actually identifying a lot of opportunities for job creation, for business livelihood, for taking care of the environment, for taking care of the employees and all the other stakeholders of the corporation. And integrating CSR, to me, as I gathered it, is that it is not actually a mutually exclusive option, that CSR and profit can go together, that you can actually define the balance between CSR and profit, and not a mutually exclusive option where you have to choose. The third thing that I like is that it begins with the self. It begins with core values. It doesn't begin outside. It begins from where we are, who we are, what we stand for, what principles we live by, and act on those principles so that we can become more effective persons and become more good corporate citizens of this country. And in that way, we build our nation. So thank you very much. This is a very engaging session on corporate social responsibility. Thank you, Lydia. And yeah, we request for a group picture with our resource person. A class, yeah, a session picture.
Is